People trust businesses that take their data privacy seriously. It's just that simple. So rather than viewing General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, as another compliance burden, your organisation can be proactive by seeing it as an opportunity. Despite reports that 1 in 4 businesses have cancelled their plans to implement GDPR as Britain exits the EU, the Information Commissioner's Office, or ICO, has made it clear that the intention is to proceed with the regulation. This will be implemented on the 25th of May 2018, so any organisation with over 250 employees must comply, or they could face expensive fines by the Information Commissioner. Smaller businesses may not be as directly affected, but should still adhere to GDPR where possible. So, to help support your business, we at SecurityExpertOnline will be going through the 12-point summary checklist provided by the Information Commissioner, or IO, to guide you towards compliance. Number 1. Ensure that your key people are aware of GDPR and appreciate its impact. It's your responsibility to ensure that your company's board and all senior managers start preparations to comply with the 2018 deadline. Number 2, document all your personal data, where it came from and who you share it with. You should conduct an information audit or contact a specialist organisation and arrange for them to attend your premises to highlight any failure to comply. Do this as soon as possible because they will become increasingly busy as we near the deadline. Make sure you address any failures and invite them back for a second audit. Number 3. Review your privacy notices and plan for necessary changes before GDPR comes into force. This should be picked up by the auditors and corrected by any amendments you make. Number 4. Check your procedures cover all individuals' rights under the legislation. For example, how you would delete personal data or provide data electronically in a commonly used format. All procedures should be clear and all staff trained and compliant. A record of staff training should also be kept and made available upon request. Number 5. Plan how you will handle subject access requests within the new timescales and provide any additional information. Just like before, this procedure requires documentation and trained staff with complete records. Number 6. Identify and document your legal basis for your various types of personal data processing. Consult your legal representative for further clarity in this area. Number 7. Review how you seek, obtain and record consent. Do you need to make any changes? Consider how you required this. Is it on a paper form or electronic? Either way, a procedure is required. Number 8. Put systems in place to verify individuals' ages, and if users are children, likely to be defined in the UK as those under 13, gather parental consent for data processing activity. Now, this is a very sensitive area. Although the IO has indicated the restriction to be 13 years old, this could change, and different countries within the UK may have different rules. Parental consent forms must be clear about exactly what is being consented to. To avoid complication, you may require legal guidance. Most importantly, non-consent must be clear and a procedure record kept of ages and consent. Number 9. Make sure you have the right procedures in place to detect, report and investigate a personal data breach. This is imperative and applies to all of the above. Remember to keep records and documentation. Number 10. You'll need to understand how and when to implement privacy impact assessments. So adopt a privacy by design and data minimization approach. You can refer to the ICO website to find specialist advice on this. Number 11. Designate a data protection officer or someone responsible for data protection compliance and assess where this role will sit within your organisation's structure. This is a very important role and must operate at all levels of the organisation. A wiring diagram is a good way to show where the role sits within the organisational hierarchy. Lastly, number 12. If you operate internationally, determine which data protection supervisory authority you come under. When operating internationally, consider if you operate solely within the EU. If so, all your EU companies must comply. If you operate outside of the EU, this may not be required. However, you should always comply within the regulations of each country. We hope this guide will help you with your preparation, and for more updates on GDPR, keep checking on the ICO website. If you take the necessary steps to comply with this guide, you will certainly have made an excellent start. Thank you for watching, and make sure to look out for our other training videos here at Security Expert Online, where together, online, we make the world a safer place.